In a breaking news, Google has just released Gemini 1.0. Gemini 1.0 is their most capable and general AI model yet. Gemini has been built natively to be a multimodal, which means that it can convert from anything to anything, whether it is text to image or other way around, video, coding, or whatever generative AI can do at this stage. Gemini can do it easily. It is a first step in the Gemini era of models. Gemini is optimized in three sizes. Gemini comes in Ultra, Pro, and Nano. In benchmark tests, Gemini has already outperformed OpenAI's GPT-4 in 30 of 32 tests. Yes, that is true. So, in other words, Gemini has already crushed GPT-4 easily, especially when it comes to multimodal understanding and Python code generation. G- you cannot find GPT-4 anywhere near Gemini. Gemini's performance is almost ideal. Each of these three sizes, which is Ultra, Pro, and Nano, they target specific applications. Let me give you a quick overview of what these can do. But before that, I already have created another video on Gemini around 3 months ago when it was just a rumor that Google was working on something like Gemini, and I'll drop the link in video's description so that you can read along too. Okay, coming back to these three sizes, the flagship model is called as Gemini Ultra. Gemini Ultra is designed for complex tasks in data centers and enterprise applications, harnessing the full power of Google AI's capabilities. Whereas Gemini Pro serves a wider array of AI services and it integrates very seamlessly with Google's own AI services, BARD. This model is positioned as a versatile tool in Google's AI arsenal, catering to diverse AI-driven tasks. Then we have Gemini Nano. This, in my opinion, is the most unique member of this Gemini family. Gemini Nano is bifurcated into two versions, Nano 1 with 1.8 billion parameters and Nano 2 with 3.25 billion parameters. These models are specifically engineered for on-device operations with a keen focus on optimizing performance in Android environments. For coding, Gemini uses AlphaCode 2, which is a code generating system that shows the model's proficiency in understanding and creating high quality code in various languages. In this blog post or web page of Gemini, you can find all of this information in great detail, and I'll drop the link in video's description too. Now, there are a lot of things you can do with it, and I'm just searching for the benchmark where they have described it. Let me go up. So this is the benchmark which I was telling you. So you can see that on this multimodal benchmarking or the SOTA performance, Gemini has beaten GPT-4 V and GPT-4 hands down. So for the image one, it has done it for video, for audio, and the numbers you can't really doubt Google that they would be making it up. Seems quite true to me. Okay, now at the heart of Gemini model, there is an architecture built upon enhanced transformer and decoders, specifically tailored for Google's own tensor processing unit or TPUs. This synergy between hardware and software enables the models to achieve efficient training and inference processes, setting them apart in terms of speed and cost effectiveness compared to previous iterations like Palm. Another salient feature of Gemini era model is that it's natively multimodal in nature, as you can see from this benchmark. It has been trained on vast array of datasets including text, images, audio, and code, and these models are adept at processing and generating outputs across these modalities. From the technical report from the same website, let me share one example where you can see Gemini at work. So in this example, on the left hand side is a prompt, and then on the right hand side there is a response from this Gemini LLM. So what is happening here is that Gemini is verifying a student solution to a physics problem. So there is a problem, then there is a diagram, and then there is a solution in human handwriting. And then we are asking it try to reason about the question step by step. And then we are also asking that okay, did the student get the correct answer? If the solution is wrong, please explain what is wrong and then also solve the problem. And then we are giving it a hint to use latex for math and round off the final answer. So you can see that model is able to correctly recognize all of the handwritten content, and then it was also able to verify the reasoning. Also, to top it off, the model also was needed to understand the problem setup, which it correctly followed the instruction and did it very amazingly. And you can see the latex output, which is flawless. Now, let me show you or play this video which shows Gemini at work, and let me play it for you.
Yeah, okay. No, no, man, let's just do an experiment.
Placing a piece of paper on the table. I see a squiggly line.
What about now?
The contour lines are smooth and flowing, with no sharp angles or jagged edges.
Okay. Now, I will drop the link to this in video's description so that you can read the full video. I'm not going to play it all because of copyrights, but you can read it on watch it on YouTube easily. So if you come back to this website, then there is a lot of other information. One thing I also would like to mention here is that about this performance of this model. All the prompting and all the examples which they have used, they have made it very clear that, and it is quite evident too in the performance, that this has surpassed OpenAI's GPT-4 in various benchmarks, especially in multimodal understanding and Python code generation, as I mentioned earlier. This version, the version released this week, Gemini Pro, is a lighter variant of a more advanced model Gemini Ultra, which will be released next year. Now, to end this video, let me show you a few more examples from Gemini, which are quite cool. So in this example, if you can see what is happening is, this is the prompt that let's try an experiment. We will show this picture to Gemini and ask it what it sees. So Gemini has told that it sees person's right hand, and how subtle is that? It could be left, but we all can see it is a right hand, and then fingers are open apart. This one, it is Gemini has corrected that someone is knocking on wooden door, and then here it was able to tell us it was doing the two finger extended. Now the real magic comes when we presented all three pictures and asked us, what do you think I am doing? Hint, it's a game, and Gemini was able to identify that we were playing rock, paper, and scissors. Amazing stuff. Now, in the other step, it was even able to detect the pattern in my gameplay, and if I show it more photos, it will be able to know how I'm playing. Now it can easily either defeat me or mimic me playing that game as if I am playing. So a lot of possibilities there. Maybe another step towards AGI. But all in all, a really amazing model, and I hope that uh, just like OpenAI, they don't start charging API fee from the people, and they would let us play around with it. It's still not open for any API access or any building of it. And let me, if I go here, you can see it says that build with Gemini coming soon. So let's wait for it to come out, and then I will create another video where we'll be play around with it. And as you can see, once that happens on December 13th, then we'd be able to play around with Google Vertex AI and Google AI Studio. So that's it, guys. hope that you are as excited as I am. If you have any thoughts, questions, share them in the comments. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.